Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 120 and the third episode of the Royals story arc. As always, if you aren't following us on Facebook and Twitter, if you're not joining us on the Discord, come and find us. We'd love to hear from you about the show, what you like, what you don't like, what your theories are, all of that kind of stuff. If you haven't left us a review on iTunes, head over and do that, or whatever podcast app you use. It just helps more people see the show, starts to spread the word. You guys are how we get the word out, and so the more people we have listening, the more fun stuff we can do. So just let someone know. This episode is brought to you by James and patrons like them. If you aren't a patron, head over to patreon.com/adventureinc today. There are so many cool things that we're doing over there. Tons of cool episodes, tons of cool bonus content, short story collections, so much fun stuff. I highly recommend it. It just gives you a better picture of everything going on in the world of New Merida. That's all this week. Let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and wenches, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth, the fighter monk.
Guys, there's a lot of puppy in this cloak. I needed to say it.
What?
Genevera, the sorcerer.
Genevera, you're sitting there next to Clyde, who just goes, "What the fuck?"
I hold up my hand for a high five.
Gebetto, the rogue.
As soon as they see the five of you, their expression hardens.
Well, we'll see you later. And Gebetto just turns.
Gillick, the paladin warlock.
But you're dying again, right? Like, you die, then you get a spirit.
And you're nothing.
And then
you become nothing.
And then you're nothing. That sounds like bullshit. Let's go kill the Death Lord.
And Asher, the druid barbarian.
Yeah, but I'm asking specifically why Jeff is important to Asher.
He's just the first name. You know what? I don't have to justify this.
Let us recall what happened when we last left our heroes.
We need your wife to send support to Perrin.
I was going to leave tonight, but I can wait till the morning. That's fine, or whatever.
You're the best.
Great. We're your boss. So much potential, and yet your ambition just seems to fall short. Guards, roll initiative. Oh. Get them! Get them! You idiots! Everyone stops. The guards turn and they say, "The king! She's dead!" A blade poking out from between her ribs.
Oh my god.
She slides to the ground, and behind her is Clyde, who says, "Long live the king." And that's where we'll stop.
Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated.
Let's get started. So, two guards immediately push their way up onto the stage through the legs of the wall of goats.
All right.
To try and move toward Clyde. Clyde raises both of his hands and he says, just surrender, guys."
Fucking Clyde, you were so cool a second ago. Now you're a dumbass again. This is internal.
The fuck did you do?
Just trust me on this. And he drops to his knees and puts his hands on the back of his head. And the guards scoop him up and start to drag him off.
Scoop him? Cradle him?
Yeah, they're caressing. They're lightly caressing his face. They're some of the other guards are looking around in confusion.
Gebetto does what he says. Gebetto falls to his knees and puts his hands behind his head.
Okay.
What? Keth shrugs and is like, "All right," and does the same.
Gillick follows.
You don't have to, Josh. You could.
If everybody else is doing it. No, I'm going to follow.
Gillick succumbs to peer
follower,
pressure
not a
very
leader.
easily.
Right. I was going to say.
Yep.
When at least half the group is doing a thing, he does it.
Yeah.
So, Asher, what are you doing?
I'm standing up, but I'm putting my sword away.
Okay. And Genevera?
Yeah, I'll kneel, but I'm like, she's not going to take her eyes off of Clyde with like her mouth hanging open.
With her mouth? Her mouth eye.
Are you dropping concentration on the wall of goats?
I'm thinking about it. No, not currently.
Okay.
They're just there, but they're not attacking anything.
I like the idea that they just suddenly turn into regular goats. And they're just kind of roaming around.
So some guards, like, who were just fighting you, put their weapons away. They seem very confused. They put their weapons away, and they step forward and start to, like, move you guys out of this room. They guide you. I assume you're going with them.
Yeah.
They guide you out of the throne room. Clyde and his two guards are, like, up further ahead. They guide you out of the throne room, like, through some hallways and down into sort of the basement and dungeon area. And they load the five of you into the same cell that they have Clyde in. And then they close the gates and they're like, we're going to have to figure this out. And they lock up the cells and head away.
I look for a key immediately. Is there any keys, like, visible?
I think
on any guard or anything?
Goat number 3 has one.
Make a perception
the goats
check.
I'm still concentrating on it for at least an hour.
Okay.
They're just there in the throne room.
How do we get these goats out of here?
They'll eventually just disappear, which will even make them more confused, I hope.
I like the idea that they just bring in a bunch of tin cans and lead them out into a field.
And then by the time they get to the field, I drop concentration.
Right.
Like,
That's
what we needed to do.
We've solved your goat puzzle, many pennies.
You guys have
perception.
become the quests as opposed to the quest giver.
My perception is 24.
Fuck.
Okay. So yeah, you do notice that each of the guards is carrying a key, like a ring of keys.
That's good to know. I don't do anything yet, but I keep that in mind.
Gebetto looks at Clyde, and before Clyde can say whatever dumbass thing he's about to say, Gebetto just says, "Hey man, listen. Before this all gets crazy, I just want it known that like that was a really good one-liner."
Yeah, man.
Like that's an all-timer.
Thanks. I guess it means like a lot coming from you or whatever. So I appreciate that. So this might seem a little crazy.
Crazier than what you just did? Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
I'm listening.
I think he means what he just did.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
So when the Council of Kings dissolved, King Darkheart had me redraft a bunch of the laws of the kingdom because she just wanted them changed, and one of those things was the laws of succession. So I am now the King of Carapath.
Genevera's jaw drops even farther. Lower, open, than it was.
You son of a bitch.
It was kind of hanging at that Matthew McConaughey level, but now it's just full gape.
Full Harry Kane.
Full Harry Kane.
Just like these sharp teeth, just like.
Yeah.
I always love.
Yeah, she looks like a crocodile just waiting for food to walk into her mouth.
I always love imagining Genevera's emotional, like facial expressions, because like Anna, she's a dragonborn. Like, oh fuck. I say, you son of a bitch, you planned this all along, didn't you?
Not all along, but once she sort of handed me the ability to rewrite the laws, I may have intentionally omitted the law about the successor murdering the king no longer being allowed to be successor. I might have forgotten to put that into the new law, and
that sounds like you planned it then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, from that point, I planned it. I didn't plan it from the beginning, but like I planned it once I saw an opportunity or whatever.
Yeah, Gebetto's face is now mirroring Genevera's, but like directed at Asher. Like, yeah, yes. I did, like. He doesn't understand how, like...
It's all the sharp teeth.
Yeah, it's like...
crocodiles.
Yeah, minor illusion cast real quick to, like...
I think we're, like, I guess pretty long overdue for, like, a conversation, huh?
A little bit. Start conversing.
I mean, my part's pretty much done here. I did a thing. You all saw it. This is going to put us in an interesting position, I think. I'm not really sure what this means for the kingdoms. Obviously, I will send troops to Paraneth to help out or whatever, but I am now worried that there will be people in this kingdom who don't necessarily... who aren't going to be super happy that I did this.
Was
What if you abdicate and gave the throne to Heinrich, who everyone actually likes and trusts?
That's certainly a possibility. I don't know. That's one possibility. Yes, that is something that we could do.
You didn't sound like that. You felt like it was a good idea.
I don't have the same relationship with Heinrich that you guys do. I don't trust him to the same level that you guys do, so it is a difficult place to come from.
Why don't you trust him?
I don't know him. I don't know him.
Clyde, do you think that you would make a good king?
I think I've done a fair job with the stuff that I've been in charge of so far, personally, or whatever, but like...
Yeah, but like running a business is different than running a country.
Politics.
I just think administratively I could handle whatever we need to get done here, and it might be nice to have, like, our influence this sort of direct.
No, totally, but like, again, like being a king isn't about administration, and it's not about like business acumen. It's about like relationship management.
Yeah, and you just soured the majority of all relations in the kingdom.
Well, we don't know that. I mean, Lady of Knives was definitely not popular, right?
Right, but it's still a coup, and not everyone's gonna like a coup.
Well, and the other part of this is that if we can reveal the coup that she enacted to get there in the first place, it might help us. It might help our case. I've been trying to do some digging. Elatrix, to the best as I can tell, did not pick her to be his replacement.
Who did he pick?
According to the list he left, Hilarion was the first on his list.
Gebetto's face sinks.
Oh.
The second one causes a bigger problem.
Oh?
Because the second person on his list was Lael Harriman.
I was hoping it was me.
And
now
I don't
Genevera's
know
eyes like widen. So now her mouth is hanging open and her eyes are like completely bugged out.
And like her eye teeth are like, ah.
I don't really know what would happen if one person was king in both kingdoms.
I don't think that...
You'd have a bigger kingdom.
Is there a third person? Yeah, that's basically you loot the country is forsaken, or for... Yeah, yes. Who's the third person?
The third person on the list...
I don't know the words today.
Forsaken?
Forsaken kingdom. I meant, I don't know. I'm a barbarian. I don't know politics.
I've acquired this land, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Come on.
There is a third name on the list, but it's also an advisor who died. It looks like maybe Elatrix did not update this list very frequently, or whatever. I don't think he really fully expected to, have to do what he did.
You mean leave? Like, everything behind? Yeah.
Right.
Genevera grimaces. Like a... So, like, her mouth is open, and her...
But her jaw's still wide, and her eyes are still wide.
Yeah. So, like, the back of corners of her mouth are now just, like, stretched all the way backwards. And so now she just looks like a fucking monster.
Kat's worried she's going to attack, right? I think.
She's still
the emotion.
They're popping out
she
of
has said
everywhere.
nothing in the last
Just so much
however
teeth.
long it's been.
All teeth.
So, like... I hear what you're saying, Gebetto, but, like, Heinrich wasn't even on his list. So, if we technically wanted to go with Elatrix's wishes, like, it would be to turn the kingdom over to Harriman.
As you rewrote the laws, is there a way for you to hand off the rule?
As the king, I can choose my own successor, and then I can abdicate whenever I want. Yeah, and I also fully intend to, once they come down and acknowledge that I am in fact the king, I fully intend to rewrite the law again before I name a successor. That way, we can have it set back to what it was before she came in.
Okay.
My intention is to reset the laws to the way that Elatrix had them for succession.
All right.
Oh,
Wouldn't it be crazy? Now, hear me out. Wouldn't it be crazy if we took some sort of like official poll of the residents of the country to figure out what they want to do?
Whoa. Slow down.
that seems like a whole lot of issues. Like that's a lot of data to collect. So like, what if we have like certain sections of the country represent a representative, and that representative can then...
Oh,
yeah, logistically, this sounds like a nightmare.
I don't know, Asher. That sounds like a lot of opportunity for the people in power to stay in power just by redrawing those lines and changing the way that people are represented. It
seems like we need a third impartial branch of, I don't know, judges who could possibly like make that, illegal. I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
Gillick looks at his hammer.
I could just turn the kingdom back over to the church.
No,
that'll never
work. Do that. Nobody likes that.
Gillick looks at Clyde a little bit like...
Yeah, but then like you'll get Blood God Iora folks in there, and like it'll be bad.
Yeah, who wants that?
Not you, Gillick. That's not you in this world.
Yeah, this Gillick doesn't want that.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think I bleed over from another universe. Another consciousness is entering my brain.
Okay. So like we can like hash this out or whatever. That's fine. We can figure that out. What's going on with you guys?
We're currently watching a coup happen.
No. Okay.
Yeah, we're just hanging out in jail.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird when you call it a coup.
Boy, weird weather, huh?
I mean,
Jesus,
sort of in the... I mean, sort of like wider than this, like larger scale. How are things, coming together?
Well, we're watching a coup happen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Dude, you said that already.
I know. I'm just.
Are you stuck in a loop?
No, but we did watch a coup happen. Oh God, I am.
Somebody turn Asher off and
it.
turn him back on again, please.
Oh my God, Asher's a robot too. We have so many robots and not a single fucking tank. This is horseshit.
That's not true. Gillick's a tank.
I was gonna say I'm a tank.
I'm a tank.
You're a tank with 2 C's, Gillick.
Tank.
Yeah.
But, well, so we just shut down Evocation, so that's pretty cool. We're kind of, one step closer. Kaelith is starting to come around as far as, wanting or understanding that, like, we're not trying to blow up the world, so that's pretty cool. Hey, what day is it?
He tells you the day.
Wow!
How long have we been gone since the last time we left?
Where did July go? That's crazy.
He tells you a number of days.
No, he says he tells you that it's been about a month and a half. Which, so according to your accounting of the time that you were traveling, that means that you spent about 2 weeks' time in the ley line.
Okay.
That's not that bad.
So we would basically know the current status of everything, right? Like, it hasn't changed too much in the past 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, no, the war in the north is still, it's pretty much at the gates of the castle in High Grove. The orcs have been pestering Bradmont, but they haven't really, like, done much there yet. We're still dealing with the undead.
So pestering how?
What, Gillick?
Say pestering how? Like, if they haven't done much, but are they just, like, camping outside? Are they throwing rocks and torches and
They're
stuff?
attacking.
Like, how bad?
They're attacking caravans on the road for the most part.
Okay.
Stealing supplies, that kind of thing.
No.
We go ahead and we lay out everything that we've done.
Okay.
And
Clyde says, so let me get this straight. You guys are half done the ley lines.
Yep.
But you're not really sure what's going to happen when you shut all the ley lines.
Yes.
I mean, Elatrix made it seem like it's not a big deal. If we believe Kaelith, who seems like kind of an idiot, then yeah, we're not sure. But, like,
I thought Elatrix did sort of caution you against this. It was that angel that didn't think it was a big deal, right? The one that we all saw together?
The angel said that, like, nothing bad would happen. Elatrix said that, like, we might not be able to do magic anymore.
Eventually.
Didn't he also mention that, like, of course the angel didn't think anything bad would happen because the angels don't really think about the material plane? Like, I distinctly remember him saying something to that effect.
Yeah, he didn't, like, to an angel, Elatrix was like, an angel doesn't, really differentiate between a second and, like, an eon because they're eternal or whatever, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what it was.
So, okay. So, if we don't do this, if you stopped now with half of these ley lines closed, in all likelihood, Gorm would succeed in his plan, and he would wake up Hayrix or whatever, right?
Would he? How many ley lines do we have to shut off for him to not be able to do what he's doing? I guess that's a question we don't know.
I would assume at least every one that he's got a machine at. Right?
Yeah, and we're just slowing him down.
Yeah, that sounds... Yeah. But then would he try to put, more at the other ones?
Yeah, I get that.
Should we set up guards for the other ley lines where there aren't, any of his machines?
Well, the ley lines that we've closed are cut off, so even if he sets up machines, that won't be able to channel the energy to the center.
And
So-
plus, didn't we only see machines at the first one? The rest of them have been machineless. unless
For
we-
sure, the first one, and also necromancy had the spirit drive. You weren't there for that. That's right.
Right, because I was. Yep, that's why I'm.
Right.
Okay.
So the spirit drive was
good role
like
playing.
this massive thing, right? And it basically did what Gorm's machines do, except it wasn't punching the ground.
Huh.
So there wasn't one at divination, though.
There was not.
No.
I don't remember. I don't recall. Divination was the foggy memory, correct, Anthony?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you actually don't even
Um,
remember seeing the divination ley line from the exterior.
Yeah, I'm like trying to be like,
No,
no. Like,
doesn't
so the
sound
divination was, and like I just don't know. Like,
So
I
if you
remember
don't,
him-
if,
I
if
remember
you
a
don't
machine.
know,
Captain remembers.
all right. So we have two confirmed, one nebulous. What about the evocation?
Not that we saw.
Yeah, we were
we
in
were
the.
also in the ethereal plane.
Okay, so you have two nebulous, two confirmed. I mean, that sounds like from the ones we know that there were machines there or whatever. So we should probably just keep working under the assumption that Gorm has machines where he needs them, right?
Wait, oh my god. Roderick is moving all of the people out of Kian.
Meaning?
We can just blow up the machine once all the people are gone.
Yeah, but
But-
that's just like one of the slammers, right? There are a lot of slammers.
Oh.
Well,
Like a
I
lot
thought
of
that
the
was a
ley
ley
line.
line machine.
wasn't Kian the abjuration one?
Nope. Paraneth.
Oh, what was-
Paraneth, is it the abjuration one's in Paraneth. Kian was where you guys found the hammy slammer. The
Yeah.
slammy hammer.
Asher wasn't there.
I wasn't there for this again. Good role
Yeah.
playing.
So that the Kian one was just one of the sort of the distribution points, but there are like hundreds of distribution points connected to each ley line.
Oh, that's intel I didn't know.
Yeah, I guess
I-
I just had it under the assumption that they were all kind of the same. Like
Yeah,
the
I thought they were
Slammy
at
Hammer
the ley line.
machine.
That makes a lot of sense now.
I mean, there are ley line. If you remember when we met up in the tavern in Paraneth, when I tracked down from that machine to the abjuration ley line,
Genevieve
you guys
sighs
met me up there.
a little bit.
Oh yeah. You drank that like weird drink we made you drink. I remember this.
Yes. That at that time.
Yeah, that's when we all became friends.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. That
Geppetto,
point.
like, Geppetto nods, like, say yes.
Genevieve is
suggest you
looking
do.
from Geppetto's nodding to Clyde, like just with their eyes. Like,
That all have
is he
teeth.
gonna say yes?
He just sort of like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's when I pointed out to you guys that each of these, there were a bunch of these lines, magical lines, coming off of abjuration. And all those lines each went to a different slammy hammer.
Yep.
Asher's suddenly really hungry for ham. It's like wants ham so bad.
So one more time here, we'll say you've shut down half the ley lines.
Okay.
In theory, we don't know how many Gorm needs to do what he needs to do. If it works like
Right.
most magic, my assumption would be that any number would do. It would just take longer to happen.
Okay.
If it works like other magic, you need a source of power. The more power you have, the less amount of time you need to put into the ritual, and the less of yourself you need to put into the ritual. So, in theory, if he could do it with any of them if he can generate enough power with himself in enough time, or whatever.
I don't know if this is an unrelated question or just it's a question I thought of a while ago and I never brought it up, but now I guess this is a good time. we know that Gorm is from an alternate reality, right? Because we learned how divination works.
Yep.
Is there a Gorm from this reality?
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. I'm sure there must be.
Okay, that's my next thing that I want to find.
It's possible that Gorm... Gorm would know that. It's possible that he... I don't know. I'm just guessing. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Anthony, when the Shadow Lord said he wanted me to help Gorm in the desert, did he specifically say help Gorm with Harrix, or just say help Gorm?
He said help Gorm. But that Gorm... that he had a task for Gorm, and Gorm would tell you the task when you got there.
Interesting. Okay. It was... Okay.
I can't wait for the spin-off episodes where Gillick goes undercover to...
That would be fucking
to
dope.
actually help Gorm.
Well, that's the thing. Don't we all need to go to the desert anyway?
No, we're not taking you there.
Oh, shit. Yes, no, we do have to go to the desert because we promised.
Yeah, there's something... I forgot what it was, but there's definitely something else we have to do there.
We sent that other team there.
Yeah, the B team. Or like the J team.
The mysterious bald... I don't know.
That's what I'm worried about.
Oh, the mysterious... Wait, the Blubs? Or did we send... Or did we send Omen?
Forgotten Blood.
No, we didn't... I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Omen's not ours, dude.
I don't know.
It's a good name, though.
It's alright.
That is a good name. Omen's a
Let's
cool
send
name.
him. He sounds capable.
Wait,
I thought Omen was the
keep catching
team
up on
name.
those episodes, Mikey.
I'm almost
Maine
there.
has changed him. He pays attention now.
yeah, Omen is the team that Kaelith used to bring us in, remember?
Do you remember when we got arrested? Yes. No? Okay.
Yes.
The time before this time.
Yeah. Do you remember? No?
You guys, I got something to tell you.
What's up, Kev?
Are we done talking about this other stuff?
Why? What's the matter, bud?
Oh, no, I was just... I feel like we've been trying to recap here for a little bit. I wasn't sure if we were done with that.
Well, you said you have something to tell us.
Yeah, I wanted to run a question by Clyde, but...
Do it, dude.
No, please, go for it, man. What do you got?
Great. Have you ever heard of the orc gods?
I assumed the orcs worshipped the same gods we do, but now that I say it out loud, that seems like a weird assumption.
Yeah. It seems like nobody knows much about it, and I wasn't sure if you had, in all of your research, ever come across anything.
Have you tried talking to the orcs?
No, I don't run across them very often, but...
Have you tried talking to Gillick?
Yeah, he did. I failed.
Gillick, you're like my
Anthony,
go-to guy on this stuff.
I know. I mean, I can't know everything. I tried. Anthony, can I make another religion check to see if I know anything? Instead of just blurting out whether or not I know
your
answer.
training is in the divine court. I don't think that the orc religions have ventured far outside the orc. Orcs are not really a big part of society. They're sort of shunned. So
Oh, sure.
I don't think that their religious practices have made it into general society.
Yeah, they're not accepted like the shadow fucking lord.
Okay, but would you say that they're more of a nature-y kind of thing, like oral tradition, like you need to kind of be around them to figure out
I think
what
that's
their
accurate. Yeah.
gods would be? Okay, so I have this. I still have seeds of Tezcatlipoca from like forever ago. I don't even remember what they do.
The seeds are what let you short rest in 15 minutes instead of an hour.
Okay, that's what it was. Damn it.
Let's use them.
Yeah, let's.
For the first time.
You guys short rest.
Wait, where's that water bead? I want to use that too.
You don't have the bead. You only have the dust.
Geppetto's gonna take this time to use some hit dice then. If we're short resting.
Sure, short rest. Go for it. Go nuts, short resting.
Great. He heals himself back to full.
So, you guys, what about the celestial artifacts?
Right,
I know
isn't
you
that
guys
what-
said in the alternate reality there was a problem with using them, but could we use them in a different way or whatever?
I think it might be a good idea to at least find them.
Yeah, I don't like that. Well, I mean, I think we should find them, but I don't think we should use them.
That's fine. I just don't want Gorm to use them.
Well, he needs all of... My thing is, doesn't he need all of them, and do we have one of them?
We don't
No.
have any of them, no.
No.
What was the...
Not here.
No. Oh, right. Sorry. Confused.
It's hard when we, like, travel multiple realities, or you guys do, at least.
It's alright. I simplified that. We don't have to worry about one of them.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
Like, can you
Clyde.
imagine a reality where I would be the king?
I just said out loud. That's fucking weird. God, can you imagine if you were like a tyrant? Ugh.
You guys already told him once anyway, so that's not fair.
Fuck.
but
All right. Okay. Was this? Okay. You're okay.
I was just, playing.
Genevera laughs just like that. Like,
Geppetto points at Genevera, like, subtly, and sends a message and says, "You know he just killed his wife, right?"
Genevera answers out loud. Yeah.
So what
Oh,
everyone
boy.
else sees is
It's
good.
just-
Yeah.
I feel like Genevera's a little on board with it. No? Like, I mean...
Genevera, do you seem like this is a good idea? I feel like...
This is
Asher
Mike
thinks
talking.
you're yang
Is
about
Asher saying
something
that
else.
out loud? Oh,
You
yeah.
yad out loud. What was that yes to? I'm just curious. Never mind. It's fine. It's not important. I'm just nervous because, yes, we've already told you, Clyde, what happened in the previous reality.
No, I understand. I know.
And, like, the
Things
same
are different
things are
here.
happening.
Well, kind of, but not really, right? Like, in the other reality, you said I killed Elatrix, which I didn't do. And it was to serve the dragons, which I'm not doing. I'm doing this for Carapath and for us right now, because the Lady of Knives was, like, a problem or whatever.
Genevera's nodding.
Asher, like, sighs heavily. Yeah, I don't know. I just got bad vibes, and I don't like us getting close to the reality that sucked even harder than this one. Like, the closer we get to it, the worse it feels like for me. And we're trying to do everything that they did. We're trying to do everything here right that they did wrong. And that feels like we haven't quite done that yet.
I don't know that, like, we can even think about it that way, though, right? Because so much is already so different. Or whatever. Like, just the fact that you guys are carrying these weapons from Iron Shaper is, like, different.
And we're alive.
And you
That's also
went
true.
and saw this other reality. Like, there's so much now that isn't that. And it will never will be, right? Or, like, whatever.
Look, I feel weirdly obligated because I fucked up so hard before, and I feel like I'm the person that a lot of this rests on my shoulders, and the closing of the ley lines, and if we fuck it up if we close the ley lines and then still fuck up this reality, I feel responsible, so I'm nervous.
Okay. So, is anyone here feel uncomfortable about closing the ley lines?
I mean, yeah, uncomfortable, but I think it's the right thing to do.
Okay. Then if everyone thinks it's the right thing to do, and we're committed to it, which it sounds like we are, then, like, we can't worry about whether it fucks things up or not, right?
Right,
Because
right. I wasn't about the ley lines, it was about the artifacts in the desert that we were talking about.
Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure, while we have the time to sit here and can't go running off to the next thing, we might as well, like, figure it out.
Sure.
So,
go ahead.
I just, I'm worried about not finding at least one of the artifacts.
Right.
I think we need to find and hold one.
And then protect that egg, basically.
Yeah. Like, and camp it, right? Like.
Okay. Do you know where they are?
We knew where that one was, kind of, but it's an alternate reality.
Probably still there, no?
It could be in a different place. It's a different reality.
Yeah. We should look there, though.
But that's the one you sent Omen after?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can check in with Omen and see, like, how it went, I guess.
Because honestly, it would be great if they have one and we have one. And then there's the third, like the essence one, which is like probably the weirdest one to get. Like heart, like they have, like, then the artifacts are split among two parties that are vaguely trustworthy.
Okay. That seems fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. I also wouldn't mind if we just kept them both. Maybe not in the same place or whatever, but, like, I trust us more than I trust them.
Sure.
So the Blubs found a thing for us. They've pulled it off eventually.
Oh, good job. Good them. I'm so happy for them. They needed a win.
They found something I think I can use. I told you guys about this a long time ago, and we just haven't had the opportunity, but something I think I can use to weaken the Lich's hold on his phylactery.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
I still think you'd have to, like, beat the Lich.
Ugh.
And then we could maybe use the artifact to destroy the phylactery.
And the Lich should be weaker now, right? Because we shut the necromancy ley line?
Well, except that you brought necromancy back with you. When we talked about that, the whole idea was that maybe we wouldn't bring anything back from necromancy.
Yep, I remember this. Including me, and Asher gets pouty.
Oh, I mean, at the time, that wasn't... We didn't know that was going to, like, happen or whatever. It was you going there that changed the equation. But now that
Asher's
there is
still pouty.
necromancy here, he's not going to be, like, weaker.
Do we all have our weapons and stuff?
Yeah, they just sort of, like, pushed you through to, like... It's like a whole... They're not... They need to figure out what's going on. They're not necessarily, like, worried about you guys.
Sure.
Hey, Gillick, Genevera, Keth, you guys have been real quiet. What are you thinking?
I think we should keep going. I mean, we got. I think we should close all of the ley lines like we originally planned, and that will, it seems, guarantee that Gorm can't raise Herrick's the way he wants to. I wish I had known. I wish we knew all the ways he had failed before, but this way right now is how he's trying. So we just got to keep going.
Genevera pulls out her journal, and she looks at a list that she wrote a while ago, and she crosses off evocation. And she reads all the other ones.
Including or not including find Keth's dad.
So, okay, so she reads, so this is what she reads. Okay.
I didn't. I just listened
Conjuration,
to it. It was
enchantment, illusion, transmutation, dagger, essence, chalice, Keth's dad, Donal.
Which I guess you could like cross Keth's dad off the list, right?
Keth, you want me to cross your dad off the list?
Uh,
Why are we crossing his dad off the list?
Because we like met him.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the whole point was to find him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that's
she
true.
crosses
So-
it off the list.
he's been found. He's still a dick, and he's leading, or a big force in the whole orc army. thing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I guess you could write
Jog my
orc
memory.
army. You could cross off Keth's dad, but add orc army.
Yeah, just like kind of
Okay.
next to it.
And then her eyes get wide and she reads number 18, wedding, and scribbles that one out. Then she reads
no, it-
number
I mean, it happened.
14,
You should just cross it out.
that says find happiness.
Oh no.
And now
Still on
And
the
she
list.
says, she
Howdy.
looks at Geppetto and she says, I think we should start there. I don't know what MDA times 2.
And
Oh,
NDDA.
there are two
That's
other
a-
manual.
Ecstasy.
Still all caps.
No, I
Still
didn't.
all caps.
Oh
M-
no!
MDMA.
Almost.
Oh
Almost.
god, I've been such a bad friend to Adnan
Why? Oh.
because
Yeah.
he wants me to find those books, and I haven't even started to start.
Well, I mean,
It's on a list.
it's on the list.
You could
It's
show
on a
him the list.
So, like, what ley line are you guys going to go to next? Then?
Yeah, I think we should just make a new list. And Jennifer kind of crunches out the old one. Lingers on find happiness for a moment.
Well, okay. Before we do that, the other big piece of this that we sort of have to tackle? What do we know about what's going on with the Shadow Lord? Because it sounds like he's like pretty deep involved in this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I wound up talking to the Shadow Lord again recently, and he wants me to help Gorm in the desert. He said he'd have like a mission for me or something.
So he is like directly connected to Gorm then.
Yes, but as we were talking earlier about, alternate realities or whatever, the Shadow Lord wasn't specific about what I was to help Gorm with in the desert, so it could be the Gorm we're looking for, or it could be this reality's Gorm. I don't know. It's just a thought.
Okay. So we still don't really know what like the Shadow Lord's goal is per
Isn't
se.
it to just bring Shadow back to the world? I thought.
No.
That seems plausible.
Right?
It seems likely.
Yeah. Gillick turns around and looks at the Shadow.
I mean, not like that. But I don't know. You guys have interacted with him. I've never. You guys have seen his face practically.
Yeah.
It was a little shadowy. I couldn't get like any details.
Yeah, I met Caliesto.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
That is a great honor.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I bet.
Caliesto.
Yeah, tell me
Yeah,
everything.
Caliesto wants me to fight the Shadow Lord. And picked me to do it. Because I tried to invoke the Shadow Lord's name to save you, Gillick. And Caliesto was like, "Oh, okay, let me step in here." And so Geppetto recounts that whole interaction.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Put on the
Okay.
white cord, I
It's
guess.
an incredible story.
So at the very least, whatever interest the Shadow Lord has in whatever Gorm he's interested in, that seems like an interest we should be sort of working against, right?
Genevera writes 1. Shadow Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kaliesta's kind of a big one to say no to, so, yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, Gebetto. Would you have? Like, if you were given the opportunity to say no with no repercussions.
I mean, it sounded like the repercussions were if I say no that all of reality is gone by the Shadow Lord, right?
Sure.
So,
no. Sure. Okay.
I don't think I would turn that down.
Yeah.
It's a heavy burden to bear, you guys.
Sorry about that, man.
So I have I guess one more unrelated piece to this, because obviously the Kaliesto thing is going to be we can't say no to a god of the divine court, right? Like, who wants to fight Shadow?
Let alone the one that kind of, sees everything at all times, more or less.
Right. So I think it sort of makes that line clear for me, at least. And I'm not even a particularly religious person, that Kaliesto empowering Gebetto good, Shadow Lord bad.
Yeah, that seems pretty cut and dry.
It's a fair assessment. Seems like an easy line to draw there for sure.
Not gonna lie, guys, it makes me feel kind of, sad about myself that the Shadow Lord's my power source, or one of them.
Well, yeah, you
Gillick, you'll be just as strong.
I'm sorry, guys.
I don't know.
I mean, you aren't the only one, though, right? Viltroth is fighting this also, and using his power to do it. So
I don't know. I've been working for the Divine Court. It feels like for so long, and Gebetto, you got to meet Kaliesta. That's incredible. That's you were recruited by her. That's astounding.
I mean, you got things Lord. Too, Gillick.
Yeah, didn't you talk to Iora?
Yeah, you talked to Iora, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You guys whispered at each other?
Yeah, I remember that. That was not an ad hoc solution at all.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
you're right.
So, anyway, all of this
aside, good, buddy.
Well, hold on, Clyde. Don't dismiss Gillick's feelings so easily.
Yeah. Gillick has some legitimate, this sucks, dude.
Gillick has tears in his eyes for what Gebetto just said.
Clyde, that's why you never got promoted.
Clyde says,
This is the kind of relationship management stuff that I was talking about earlier, dude.
Yeah.
Just because it's in the best, interest of the business to move on from this, I think it's important to respect the feelings that, that Gillick's going through. And Gebetto puts out both arms for a hug.
From who?
Clyde moves in to hug him.
Just takes a deep breath.
No. See, again, you missed what was happening.
What?
He was trying to hug Gillick.
Oh.
I was confused on that, too, if that helps.
I mean, I guess we could bring it all in for, one big group hug, right?
No, group hug. Yeah.
Performed okay.
Hey, Clyde. About the shadow
hugging?
stuff. Yeah. You guys are hugging. I'm happy about it.
All of us, all 6 of us or whatever.
Group hug.
Yeah, Clyde's next to me, so I'm talking to him.
Hey, baby.
He's just yeah, Kev?
I squeeze him a bit. Have we looked into, as far as the Shadow Lord, the factions of the Seekers of the Shadow? Have we kind of gone that route, talking to anybody from there?
No, not yet.
Since you're king and all, can you get somebody on that from Adventure Incorporated?
Oh, who's going to run Adventure Incorporated?
You are, because you're not going to be king, dude.
Yeah,
You've got a great business mind. Like you're gonna be great at running the business. If you want to, move into a public sector later, Mug Hamara, I'm sure needs a mayor at some point. I'd start local and kind of
I
work
hear
my
what
way
you're
up.
saying, but like we don't necessarily have a better choice right now. Heinrich is not. Heinrich is he runs an army. Nobody is gonna. He's not a better choice necessarily.
Oh God, I can't believe I'm going to say this because she was so mean to us the first time we met her in our house. But I really think Harriman is she seemed like she had the people at heart.
So that's what I was going to bring up then, because if we turn the kingdom over to Harriman, we are putting her in a position where we have vastly changed the power dynamics of the kingdoms.
But the power dynamics of the kingdoms have already vastly changed. Like, they've been...
Genevera raises her hand.
Everyone stops and looks.
I paused when I saw her hand raised, and I just looked at her expecting her to talk, but it seems like it didn't happen.
Yeah, Clyde doesn't say anything, he just looks at her while she raises her hand.
As does Asher.
Keth calls on Genevera.
Okay. So this might sound crazy,
I just met you.
but
Here's my number.
so I feel like the whole trouble that we got into as Adventure Incorporated was because the king didn't like us, what we were doing. So having a king who likes us, and basically like we could do whatever we want, and we will have the ability to, in the freedom to keep doing what we're doing to, save the world, might not be the worst idea. So since especially since the way it happened, and with the Council of Kings, and just knowing that knowing that there's one more. So the Council of Kings broke up because there was this,
what is that noise? What is happening?
And Lady Dark and
that's Gebetto sighing.
King Darkheart was like the deciding vote, or like it was split, and then if there's like a new vote, and Carapath is on the let's stay together as kings, and maybe it's just not maybe it's not the worst idea.
Right, that's why we would pick Harriman, who was on the side of keeping all the kingdoms together.
Yeah, but
and then she would be in our favor because we gave her something.
Yeah, but we don't know if she would get 2 votes. She might still only get 1, and like Clyde said, we don't know what that would. So until we maybe know what that would do, maybe Clyde should just.
I have 2 things to throw in here. First of all,
Mike, the player, is so frustrated that any other character didn't bring this up but Genevera. Because Gebetto, the character, can't be on board with Genevera Hard Eyes Harper. Because Gebetto isn't going to take this as anything more than Genevera being starstruck by her potential boyfriend now that he's single again.
Clyde says there's two things to that I would add. Our ability to get King Callus and King Garhand back to the table is going to be severely limited now that they see themselves as free from the council. Just like it would have been next to impossible to get King Darkheart into negotiations like that again, to reform what we had. even with me voting to keep the kingdoms, I don't think it would make a difference. It would take
right. We
probably
can't undo what's already been
Elatrix.
done.
It would probably take Elatrix to get that to happen.
Elatrix hates us.
Well, and he is dead, as far as everyone else knows, so that makes it difficult. But if you can find another way, all the better. Maybe you can convince them, but that's the thing that would if Elatrix showed up tomorrow, he could do it. I don't know how else to do it. The other thing that I would say is that giving the kingdom to Darkheart is an option, but we don't know.
Not Darkheart, dude. You just killed her with a knife.
Sorry. Giving the kingdom to Harriman is an option, but I don't trust that she has Carapath's interest at heart. As king, if we handed over the kingdom to her, and she just... Would we always just be the second class to Vedris?
Additionally, I feel like she wouldn't want it in many ways, because I feel like she is so concerned with Vedris that it's like another thing for her to care about, that she'd probably just put someone in charge that she doesn't care about, and yeah, you're 100% right.
I know I'm not like a perfect option, but I don't think we have a better one right now.
I don't think so either.
Unless you want it, Geppetto, I'll hand it over to you.
Hard pass, bro.
I still don't see why Heinrich's a bad choice.
I mean, he
was a
working for the
long
King
time.
of Bradmont now, and I know that it's just because he needed a job. But I don't know if the people of Carapath would. I don't.
I just don't like being associated with like a Kingslayer and being part of a coup. That's all. It makes me nervous and about the reputation of adventuring.
I mean,
what I can do
is a trusted advisor of Elatrix.
Like,
I can get him. Sorry, go ahead.
Whether or not it's like the Lady of Knives is a fucking psychopath. Like what was done
was.
Okay, sorry. The Lady of Knives was a fucking psychopath. What was done was needed to be done. We were in danger, and everything that happened. But news travels
Whatever
uneven.
happened. The island was real.
The island is real. Kate, we need to go back. But what I'm saying is, not everyone was there. The common person and other nobles who weren't there just see a coup. And that doesn't reflect great on us.
That's why, like I said, it's going to be my job to try to make sure people are aware that she was never rightful to claim the throne in the first place.
But then if they find out that you rewrit the laws so you could succeed her, that looks kind of shitty too. Whether or not it's justified, it looks shitty.
Maybe. I'm not against bringing Heinrich here and like having him be part of this process, and maybe we decide that he is the best option, but
yeah.
I just don't want to do it sight unseen. I don't trust that he's going to have the right path on this, but we can do that. I don't care if we can bring him here and make him part of this. That's fine.
This is a really, yeah. Okay.
All right, how are we doing on that list?
Oh.
Hey adventurers, DM Anthony here again. I just want to remind you that there are lots of ways to support the show. Head on over to patreon.com/adventureinc. Tell your friends about the show. Rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Links and more can be found at adventureinc.podbean.com. Thanks everyone, we'll see you next week.
Alright, sorry guys, I gotta take a quick break. Hold on. Everyone take a quick break.
Okie dokie.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep playing.
Okay.
Geppetto casts Mage Hand. He's gonna try and sleight of hand one of the keys off the guard.
Okay, he succeeds.
Well, hold on. I haven't even rolled.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, we rolled for you.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah, it's like never mind.
Hold, please.
Please wait. System.
15. Does the guard notice, Asher?
He does not.
Great. I'm going to float the key over to us.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to unlock the cell without him noticing.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Ooh, I'm going to rub the luck charm.
Okay.
And there we go.
The guard hears you because a car drove by. And he looks while you're trying to unlock the door.
No, the car was a distraction because I rolled a 26.
Oh, yep. He looks at the other one. he assumes a different prisoner is trying to escape.
Yep. Great.
You now have the door open. What do you do? And the guards don't seem to notice, but there is regular patrols.
I kind of look at everyone like nodding toward the door to be like, "Hey, the door's open, you guys."
They all seem frozen in time for some reason, and you don't know why.
Oh shit.
Wait,
Gibetto...
no, but Genevera is fine, and Asher is also fine.
Oh great. So what do you guys want to do?
Asher's like, hell yeah.
Do we want to just like kick this thing open and go crazy, or do we want to try and sneak out of here?
Asher nods, even though that doesn't answer the question.
Oh god damn it. Gibetto kicks open the door and he casts Burning Hands at level 2.
Ooh.
At all the guards in the area.
Oh shit! Yeah, it hits every single one of them. What's the? Do they have to roll a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
What's the DC?
It is a DC 14.
Well, there were how many guards? 4, I think. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. He's fine. Whoops. He's fine. 2 of them get the full force. 2 of them duck out of the way.
Great. They take. Let's see. That's 10. 17 damage.
Okay, they take actually extra damage because of the motorcycle you just threw at them.
Great. Yeah, bludgeoning damage.
Yep. And the other ones just take 10.
Yep.
The ones that got hit with 20 fall over, and then the ones that are have not turn around.
Great. Gibetto's gonna he's gonna try and intimidate them to get them to run away.
Ooh, roll. Okay, roll an intimidate. No, roll an athletics check.
Great, yeah. Gibetto's intimidation is push-ups.
Okay.
It's a 13.
Okay, that is not enough. They are not impressed. It's very poor form push-ups.
Yeah, but I do at least 5 of them, right?
You do a couple of push-ups, but they're like, what the fuck is this asshole doing? And they,
I get up and flex at them, and I say, yeah, there's more where that came from.
Okay, what's your AC? One of the guards attacks you?
18.
Oh, he critically fails. That's
Yes!
hysterical. And he trips when he's charging at you. The other one, he rolls a 18.
Oh shit, that hits.
Okay, so he hits you for
I hope
7 damage.
I like. Oh shit, that hits.
Are you doing like? Is this you in prison trying to like?
Yeah, he's
Prison
already
break.
nuked. He's already nuked 2 guards, and then 1 guard tripped, and the other guard hit him for 8 or 7. I said.
Yeah, I also stole the key and unlocked the cell without them noticing it, which is 2 more actions in enemy sight undetected. So my weapon will be powering up once I know what it does.
Gibetto wakes up from the dream he's been having.
No!
Hey guys, I just had the craziest dream. I think we could break out of here.
Asher nods again.